Hey guys, I'm Allie, and this is part 2 of my YNR chat vlog for Sunday, November 9th, and I cannot believe that Heather said yes to Adam's proposal. I wasn't expecting that. I was really thinking that she was going to tell him to take a hike, and that was what I was looking forward to, but instead, she totally ignored the lie. She totally ignored the fact that Adam has been lying to her about this diary and his involvement with Jack and everything, and she just, like, I mean, if you watched her face during those scenes, you could see that it was almost like her being flattered was overcoming her better senses. I mean, Heather seems like a person that doesn't really date that much. I mean, she's very focused on her career, and having someone want to be with her, tell her, I mean, Adam hadn't even told her that he loved her before, and having someone tell her that, I think, you know, it was just, those emotions were overwhelming her better sense, her better judgment. I was very disappointed, and watching her get fooled was just painful. It was just painful. Although she did call the FBI and called them in to start questioning Adam next week, it sounds like. So maybe that's a good sign that she still has, that she hasn't completely lost her spine. She has some sense left in her. And anyway, I'm sure that the Adam Jack diary storyline is going to start to unfold. It's going to start to fall apart as the weeks come on, as Victor comes back. So I don't think that the wedding is going to happen. They may be engaged, but I don't see the wedding actually happening. You know, I think it's interesting, though, that back to Adam and Jack, how is everything just forgiven between Adam and Jack? Adam forgave Jack way too easily. Jack totally set him up. Adam knows it, yet Adam's still going to Jack to get advice. He still is having additional opportunities to tape record Jack. I mean, they had a conversation on Friday where Jack was basically coaching him about what to say to the FBI. Adam could have had a recorder. He could have gone back and got Jack again. And I just, it's like, it all got erased. All of that deceit by Jack and the animosity between Jack and Adam just got erased, and now they're, I mean, I don't know, maybe they're just realizing that they're in it together, and that's all that they really have to hold on to. I'm not sure, but I wish that Victoria and Nick and Nikki would just remember that they found Adam at the ranch. He snuck into the ranch. I mean, I think he almost got arrested for being there, and they found him prying. He was getting papers and pens. I mean, I would just wish they would remember that, especially since, and I think they will, especially since that Victoria is now really realizing that Adam was the one that sold the information. It's just, I think, going to be maybe a couple more weeks before she remembers that and starts to put 2 and 2 together. Now, on a kind of separate note, I'm really interested to see what the dynamic is going to be between Victor and Adam when Victor gets back. Because we know Victor's coming back sooner or later. The diary's going to be, you know, debunked at some point. And Victor's going to realize, I think everyone's going to realize now that it's kind of public information that Adam was behind this. What is Victor going to think about his son who did this to him? I think it'll be a very interesting confrontation when Victor actually does get back. Okay, so we are getting closer to Victor's return. Ashley Abbott, Private Eye, is in Paris searching for Victor, and she kind of stumbles upon him by accident. Of all of the places in all of the world, this is where she finds Victor. She stood at Notre Dame praying to the patron saint of unborn children and the wrongly accused. How convenient, by the way. I mean, that's really quite a coincidence. That's the saint for Victor. That guy was made for him. So, I was honestly expecting Victor to, like, jump out of the bushes when they were filming Ashley saying her little prayer to the statue. It was just like, I was expecting Victor to jump out at her, but instead she turns around and she sees Victor standing there, almost in an apparition. Doesn't even really look like he's there, but he is there, and in the preview for Monday's show, it sounds like Victor said a line such as, what if I told you that I was guilty as sin? I think I heard it right, because I actually went back and rewound it to make sure that's what he said, but it almost sounds like maybe we're going to get a confession out of Victor, or at least a hypothetical circumstance, out of some kind of insight into whether or not he actually killed Walter Palin, which, by the way, I think he did. So we'll see on Monday and next week as to what Victor has to say to Ashley. Will she be able to convince him to come back? I hope so. Let's put all this behind us. Let's end this in Paris. Meanwhile, in Paris, the Phyllis, Nick, and Sharon love triangle develops. Phyllis decides that she is going to surprise Nick in Paris, while, on the other hand, Nick is having kind of a date with Sharon in Paris. I mean, did you guys see their faces when they were talking on the phone and realized that they were so close to each other? I mean, there is something still there. There's absolutely no question. Both of their faces just lit up. I mean, especially on Sharon's side, I think, because her marriage with Jack is just not working out. And I think Nick just has, I mean, Sharon is his first love, you know? I mean, I think there's always going to be a soft spot there. I mean, Nick knows that he cheated on Sharon, and that was the end of that marriage. So, I mean, I think that it's natural that those two are attracted to each other, and it was very romantic, them kind of sitting together, and it was very playful, her kind of telling him he doesn't look very good right now, and, you know, I mean, it's just, you know, you could tell that the two really still do care about themselves. I don't know if Phyllis is going to end up catching them in some kind of compromising or seemingly compromising situation. I'm not sure. I like Phyllis and Nick, I definitely do, but I liked Sharon and Nick too. I mean, it's a tough choice for me too, and I understand it. I mean, I think that there's really a core difference between the relationships. I think that Nick has a very kind of hot, passionate relationship. Well, I mean, Nick's always been very sexual with both of his wives, but I mean, something with Phyllis is just there's something like that's hot there. Nick and Sharon I see as more of a sweet love. You know, there's, you know, something it's a little bit more maybe enduring. Certainly he has an interesting and difficult decision on his hands, and I can't wait to see exactly what he does. You know, I wish we had more time in Paris. It's like, you know, we flashed forward to Paris and it was on the very last day that everyone was going to be there, which is kind of sad. I wanted to see a little bit more of Eden and Noah. Hopefully we'll get that next week on Monday and Tuesday. Eden is so mean to him, though. Eden is so mean to Noah. Did you see his cute little scarf? Oh my god. I mean, you know his mommy dresses him, but Eden didn't have to point it out. I mean, Eden wants to go to this cemetery and she wants to have this kind of very spiritual moment, and Noah's like, oh yeah, I'll bring my mom. My mom can take us. I mean, you can't blame him. Like, boys at that age are way less mature than girls are, but Eden, like, basically rips him a new one. She's like, you want to bring your mommy to the cemetery? Come on, Eden. You don't have to be so hard on him. We all know that you like him. It doesn't have to be, you know, so difficult. But now she's gonna get him in trouble. They're gonna ditch the group. You know Noah's gonna end up getting in trouble for this. She's such a bad little influence on him. But, you know, in the same right, it's total mixed messages. She's mean to him one minute, and the next minute, you know, she wants to spend time with him. So it's you know, as I recall, it is probably very close to exactly how relationships work at that age. But like I said, I hope we get a little bit more time in Paris before we have to leave. And finally, I just wanted to end with my thoughts on the Kane, Lily, Chloe, Billy situation. And all I really have to say about this at this point, everything else is peripheral. This is what I have to say. This is the main point. Chloe is pregnant. Who cares? Who cares? What is this, 1950? I mean, Kane and Lily need to just be together. It's absolutely horrible having to watch them torturously love each other despite, you know, Kane feeling like he has to have this relationship with Chloe. And this week, you know, Lily basically said to Chloe, look, you've got my ring on your finger. You're living in my house with him. So what you've won, you know, there's nothing else that you could possibly take. And Kane tells Lily, that's not true, I still love you. And it's torturous, it's so stupid. If Kane and Lily love each other, they just need to be together. Where does it say that two parents have to be married in order to raise a productive and healthy child? It's absolutely ridiculous. Yeah, not to mention, and I know a couple of you have said this, we've seen this storyline so many times. I mean, Days, I guess, you know, I'm just recalling, like, you know, the Carrie, Austin, and Samantha trio. I mean, it's it's everywhere. It's always the same thing. And I'd like to see us develop beyond that. Let's set a good precedent here, YNR. Let's not keep Kane and Lily apart just because of the baby. Let's start writing new storylines. I'm kind of sick of seeing this. Like I said, I wouldn't be opposed to Billy and Lily maybe hooking up and seeing where that goes. But, you know, just every time I see Kane and Lily together, it's absolutely torturous. And I say it's time to put an end to the torture. Change 2008 YNR. Thanks, guys. That's, I think, everything I have for now. Feel free to leave your comments in the text box below, or you can submit a video response if you'd like. You can also chat with me if you want to leave me a message on the front page of this YouTube channel. You can do that. And you can also go to my personal website. I'll put the description, or sorry, the link in the video description. It's buttonhead.org. If you want to see what I'm up to, feel free to check that out. Otherwise, I will see you guys next weekend. Bye!